Selam. Sesim geliyor mu?
Evet geliyor
Evet.
Merveciğim.
Evet geliyor.
Ödüm koptu ya.
Ben de bir an korktum.
Okay. I think we are okay now. He kicked me out. I don't know what happened there, seriously. Did you kick me out already after one second? Be a bit patient, lütfen. A bit patient. How are you doing, guys? I can see Aslı, Semra, Yasemin here. I'm just checking who is here.
Hi again, Gosha.
Hi, Ece, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm not bad as well. It's Friday, so it's good. I have my Starbucks as well, so it's even better.
If you have Starbucks, that's great.
Yes, the most important thing I've missed during the 3 months of quarantine was Starbucks.
Me too. Like 2 days ago, I was on the Beyoğlu, and just I went to Starbucks. I felt like I am in heaven, actually.
Actually, Starbucks is, to be honest, Starbucks is quite good. They're quite strict. So like they don't let, like you have to wait in the queue.
Yeah.
They don't let people inside, and like they don't even cover your coffee because they don't want to touch it. So I think they're quite serious about this. Apparently my husband saw that they took a temperature measurement from someone, and because his temperature was high, they kicked him out as well. They said you cannot enter the Starbucks. So they are quite strict. Okay, I'm closing my...
They didn't check my temperature, but I waited on the line.
Maybe in Ankara
they are so strict about that.
I don't know. Our Starbucks is quite strict as well.
Ece is in Istanbul right now, I think.
Yeah, I'm in Istanbul, maybe because of this. I know Ankara is taking this situation seriously.
It's good. You know, the cases have been going up this week, so you know, we have to be careful. It's actually quite good that we have this. Tomorrow we can go out between, I think, 9 and 3, I believe, and next weekend as well. So hopefully, you know, cases will start going down again, obviously.
We hope so.
Did you notice this week? Because, for example, this week when the cases started going up, I felt it was again quieter for us. When cases go up, the inquiries from agents go down. Like there is less inquiries from students when the cases go up, or is it just a coincidence?
Ben koşuyorum.
I was good here.
I feel like the situation is gonna be better. Even the numbers are going higher. Like people are getting used to this situation. Actually, I feel this way. Actually,
I think we have to get used to. I think until there is a vaccine, I think it's just like we have to live with it, with the situation as well. But I think things are getting much more optimistic as well. You know, as soon as the consulates announced the opening dates, I think that was kind of an important thing for lots of students. I think now that the flights are flying to most key destinations as well. So this is also important. So I think overall it's getting better. I'm just gonna close my Skype as well.
I think so too.
Okay. Aslı, would you mind making me a host if that's...
Yeah, sure, but I'm not the host. Is it me? Yeah. How can I do that?
You can do from the share screen.
Share screen?
Yeah.
No, this is my... I think this...
No, just...
Shall I try to make the share screen, and if it's going to work, let's...
Okay, I think I changed it.
Let's try.
Could you please try it?
Let's try.
Evet, yapabildin Aslı.
That's great.
Can you see my screen now?
Sure.
Yes, now we can see.
Okay, it worked. So what I thought it would be good to do, we haven't seen each other for ages, and I think we are finally getting to a much better, you know, place where we hopefully can start selling more, and we hope that we can finally start welcoming students back to the schools. I wanted to have a quick update with you. So most important thing this week, the key news is someone is calling in the background. The most important news is the school reopening dates. So just to remind you, the email went out this week, but if anyone hasn't received it, I can resend. So the New Zealand Auckland school is already open. In Switzerland, as you know, we now own Alpadia Group, so Montreux School has opened. Alpadia Berlin is now open. Freiburg in Germany is opening next week, and Lyon in France on the 29th of June. So these schools are already opened, and then we will open in Australia and Canada on the 13th of July. In Australia, as you know, still the borders are closed for foreigners. So unfortunately, still foreigners cannot enter Australia. However, there's quite a lot of domestic students. The students who are our students who are studying online, or there are students in other schools who are moving around and going to different schools. So because the safety levels are quite good in Australia, we decided to open. If you have any extensions in Australia or students in other schools who maybe want to move to Kaplan, please contact me. We have some extra offers for domestic students as well, on top of normal promotions as well. So Canada, both Toronto and Vancouver will be open on the 13th of July as well. And now the key destinations. We decided to open Liverpool, London, and Oxford on the 10th of August. So these will be the first schools that will open. And then the rest of the UK schools, Dublin, and all of the US schools, we are planning to open on the 31st of August. 1st of September, because 31st of August is a bank holiday in the UK, so we will be starting from Tuesday. I think this is quite a good timeline. So at least we have a couple of options in the UK that we can start suggesting to students. There is Canada as well, and hopefully slowly we can start building up with other locations as well. So these are the dates when the roadmap of where we think we will be. So obviously when we open the schools, there is lots of precautions that we need to adhere to within the government regulations, and to be able to be safe for students and for all of the staff. So the schools will be open Monday to Friday as usual. The main class, which is the general English class, the usual 3 hours per day, will be delivered in the school. So students will come for that lesson to the school. We will be running something which is called staggered timetable. Some classes will start at 8:30, some at 8:45, some at 9, so that students also don't come all to the school at the same time, so that we don't create really big crowd as well. Now, after main class, the elective classes, clubs and social program initially will be delivered online. Some of the social program will be delivered face-to-face with social distancing rules, but at the beginning we will start online. Students, obviously, at the moment these are rules that we follow the government instructions. We don't know, maybe in September UK government will make easier rules for us, so then we can obviously give more social program or move completely to the school environment. But at the moment we are trying to make kind of a blended learning option, so that there is least possible interaction between students, and so that we don't spread the infections as well. So students who are studying online can return to schools, or they can continue studying online. It's completely up to the students. We still have both options. And as you probably know, especially in the UK, our schools are situated in old buildings. So the classrooms are really small. So what we've done, we will be using the biggest spaces we have available in schools. So common rooms, cafes, study centers, induction rooms are changed into classrooms, so that we can basically make sure that we have the social distancing rule adhered in every classroom. So in a way, you can also imagine that it is somehow better for students as well, because there will be less students in the classes as well. Now our usual was 15 per class, but that's not possible anymore because we can't fit 15 students and still have the 2-meter distance in the UK, for example, as well. So this is how we will teach when we start going back to schools. And then obviously there's lots of additional measures. I'm telling you about them because some of the parents may want to know, some students may want to know what we do as well. So obviously we will have the social distancing rules throughout the school. There will be the floor markings, as you know, in Starbucks and in shops in order to ask the students to stay within the 2 meters apart. The sneeze screens are those screens that you have in the post office. We'll have them at reception desk or wherever our staff is. We will be checking temperature daily for the students. As I mentioned, we will use the largest rooms. Masks will be provided and students will be asked to wear them all the times, except when teaching. We will close all the common areas in the schools as well. We will offer option to have some stuff in the schools, but we will also have some stuff still operating online. So if students don't want to see the stuff in the school, they can still talk to them online about accommodation, academic program, social program. They can discuss whatever they need actually with our staff online. Obviously hand sanitizers, wipes, gloves, increased cleaning. Cafes will be closed because we are not allowed to serve food, and we'll reduce the touch points. So for example, we'll not be giving paper printouts to the students, and we'll keep the doors open for the ventilation. This all seems quite strict, and it's kind of part of our new reality, but obviously this is what we have to do right now based on the government instructions. We hope that with time it will be much more relaxed, and you know, we can provide a more usual and normal environment. But if students are concerned, then there will be really robust safety measures in the schools as well. So this was about how the school will look like. I just wanted to maybe talk again about the promotions, just in case if you still have any questions. You've already sold some of these promotions, but in any case, let me talk about it again. So first of all, we've got the best of both, which is the mix of online with study abroad. So student must take 2 weeks online course. The 2 weeks online course has to start between 24th of August, and student has to pay for this 2 weeks online just before they start. So if they book now but start in August, they don't have to pay now, as long as it's paid before they start the online course. And then after that, students are going abroad in 2020 as well, and they pay for the second part just before they travel, and when we have news about their visas as well. So this way they have a little bit of less risk in terms of knowing what will happen after visa application. What I think is important with this promo as well, for the online course, students can study either in UK timetable or US timetable. So even if student books the course in America, let's say they will go to New York in October, they can still do their online course in the UK timetable, which is easier, closer to the Turkish time zone as well.
Gosia, can I ask something
Sure.
about the online course? After the online course, can student take the certificate?
Yes, we can give the certificate after these 2 weeks already.
Okay, it's great for the visa appointments, you know that.
Yeah, that's fine, no problem at all. I think they do it automatically, but if they don't, then we can ask academic team. That's not a problem for us.
That's great.
This as well. And I think some students ask because they are worried that they will do 2 weeks, but they can't get visa. So they said, at least I got this 2 week certificate from Kaplan, you know, because they get at least something in case they cannot travel abroad. So yes, there is no reason why not as well. So this is the promotion. I think that the biggest challenge, at least what I've heard from the feedback, obviously our Turkish students sometimes don't want online. They don't like online, and sometimes they don't see the benefit of online. I know some of you took our trial lessons, so you for yourself seen how it works and you can explain it. And that's what I actually recommend to do. If you have a prospective student who maybe is a bit unsure about online component, you can offer free trial lessons to them as well. And basically all I need to know is you send me the name and surname of the student. I send you a link to the test. And then as soon as I have got the level, I will just schedule a trial lesson. And I think this really helps to convince the student, because they think, oh, I'm paying all this $400 for online, but at least they will see the value why they are paying the $400. I think, to be honest, academic standard of what we are offering online is exactly the same as we offer at schools. But this is something to do with the Turkish preconception of online lessons, which you need to encourage students about. And talking about the online lessons, just to maybe briefly remind you, so the K+ Life is basically our virtual school. So when the coronavirus has started in middle of March, we basically almost immediately had to find a solution for students who decided to stay abroad. As you know, all of the students in Australia, America, UK, Ireland, they have to study to stay within the visa requirements. So we moved all of the Kaplan students online who wanted to stay, and it's like a direct reflection of the school really, the K+ Life. So students get the main class, they get the elective lessons, they've got the social program, they have access to the K+ online, they have virtual study center, they have option to do the testing online as well. So it's like main school, just everything is directly online. We do, this is what you see is the main timetable, is the UK timetable. So it actually starts, the main class starts at 12 in Turkey, here in the Turkish time. But some students also ask for example, West Coast time. They want to, East Coast, or in Boston, they want to study in Boston time because they don't have time during the day. This is also possible. And also just to underline, we also have TOEFL courses in the US. I actually have 3 Turkish students taking TOEFL at the moment. And we have IELTS courses in the UK. And this is sometimes popular for students who, you know, are doing hazırlık or have to go to university and they have to very, very quickly get the score. So these kind of students have been studying with us. To give you an idea, at the moment, we have 1,500 students studying online. So in US, UK, and Australia, there is a really significant amount of students still studying online. And we've done we've asked the students about the recommendation rate, and they've judged the online lessons as 4.3 out of 5, which I think is quite a good score considering that they are studying online. So I think actually students are quite happy with the online courses that they are getting with us as well. And this is just how the online platform looks like when student logs in. So you can see that student logs in, they can go to the course. When they click go to the course, it gives them their Zoom link to their main class. They have access to the social program. They can just quickly click on the KIT test, and they can just really easily also go to the study center and use the extra resources. Everything is in one place. It's really, really easy to use for students. And I think, I haven't seen the setup for other schools, but I think this is quite a really easy platform as well. I think this is just to show you, especially in terms of the best of both promotion, how to, you know, maybe talk a bit more about K+ Live. And obviously have also the back to school promotion, which also have very high percentages of discounts. So we've got the 30% for 2+ weeks, 35 for 12+ weeks, and 40%, which I have never seen in my career in Kaplan, for the 24+ weeks as well. And we waive material fees in the UK, in the Australia and Canada. So this promotion is available at the moment for 2020 start dates. We want to, at the moment, focus on the first group of students who will go before end of this year. And I'm not sure if you've got it, but I think Semra was doing like a price comparison between the two promotions. I can also send you my file. If you don't have it, I will forward it to you. It's good to check which promotion is the most beneficial. In America, for sure, best of both is the cheapest. In some cases, you know that as well, it's up to 60% discount in schools like Boston, New York, and Los Angeles. It is really high discount. And when you compare Turkish promo with the best of both, there is like sometimes almost $2,000 difference for long-term courses. So in my opinion, for America, always the first should be best of both because it's just simply the cheapest. One destination which is an exception is Australia. It's tiny but cheaper to book with the Turkish promotion, 40% discount as well. It's just the spreadsheet I created was just to help you, just in case, that different companies also give different quotes. So someone might have given different promotion. You might have given the Turkish, someone has given best of both. Just it's worth to compare which is actually the cheapest, just in case if student they have got something cheaper available as well. And then there is something brand new. We've sent an email yesterday about this, and I've sent another one today. We have a residence promotion for the UK available. So in Liverpool, London, and Oxford, from the 10th of August, when we open the schools, for the first 3 weeks, we are offering free accommodation in the couple of residences. So students get they don't pay for the residence, but in this promotion, they have to pay full price for tuition. So you can't give the Turkish promo or best of both, and on top of that, free residence. If student wants to take it, they pay full price for tuition, accommodation placement fee, enrollment fee, and then they get the free residence. However, just to show you, for example, Vita in Liverpool costs 220 or 270 pounds. Tafnel is above 300 pounds, and the Alice House is 300 pounds, like above 300 pounds, 340. So actually students get this weekly discount of almost 340 pounds. And I think this is actually something really attractive. And the advantage of those free residences is that they offer studio rooms. So students have their own bathroom, own kitchenette. So they also, there's not too much interaction with other students as well. I know our students mainly book longer courses, but at least you can still suggest it to them. Maybe they will choose it for the first 3 weeks and then they will continue staying in the residence, just pay the residence, get discounted tuition rate as well. I think this is just something to keep in mind if they see it as well. And we've also discussed it. I think I spoke to everyone already, but for Stafford House specifically, obviously it was really sad to hear that they have to close the US schools. But in case, if any of you have students currently studying in Stafford or booked for Stafford House in the future, Kaplan will be matching the price that they have paid to Stafford or they have booked with Stafford. So you can always contact me directly, send me the invoice from Stafford House, and tuition immediately I am matching, and then together we will figure out the best accommodation option for the students as well. And I realized Stafford House had very, very cheap residences. I was actually shocked because there are some residences they were offering for $200 per week. So accommodation was really cheap. So we need to find what we can offer instead so that also we offer similar price value to the students as well. But if anybody still has someone for US, you can contact me. I know Aslı and Merve, we have 2 students that we can sort out as well. That was about promos. I just wanted to remind you, if you don't know, that on our main page, there is this tab called Partners. It is actually quite useful. You have access to all the updates from Kaplan. You have all the coronavirus updates about schools openings. You have the download area with all the fact files, all the residence files, all the photos of the schools. So everything is just really, really easily available there. I actually use it myself to download the fact files as well. Just if you haven't seen it, I just wanted to show you that. And I think this is really like the key updates from me. I think we spoke about most of the other important things before. Do you guys have any questions? Anything about the schools opening, anything about promos, anything at all that you would like to ask as well?
Gosia, can I ask you
Of
something
course.
about the promotions?
Yes.
If the student would like to start 2021, can we offer how can I offer the promotions for these students?
If someone asks 2021, then we will be quoting this promotion. So we will be giving Turkish promo, and you, instead of giving 30, you're giving 25. So you're doing 5% less.
Okay.
So if it's 12 plus weeks, you do 30. If it's 24 plus weeks, it's 35. And to be honest, still for a couple of locations like Australia, it's still cheaper than usual. Actually, 35 is probably cheaper than we've had last year for long-term courses as well. So even with this extra 5% is, as a general rule at the moment, for best of both, we don't allow 2021 start dates or for the highest discount. If there is really, really a really good student, they have some really serious reasons. Like I had a student, she's only graduating literally at the end of December. And she begged me, literally student begged me, gosh, I will pay now. I want to start online. Please allow me to pay. And we spoke to the agent and she's already done the online course. I allowed her to start first week of January because student really had a genuine case, right?
Yeah.
So really we can talk about it, but it's a really exception, if you know what I mean. It's not a general rule. We need to talk to the student, understand, like they can't go, let's say July next year, If it's January, we have to talk and understand the situation as well. So for 2021, this is what we are using for now as well.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? I'm sure you have questions. Come on.
Hi, Gosia.
Hello.
And I want to ask something about health insurance because it's really important things. Our students, they are afraid of the COVID-19, and if the students get health insurance in Kaplan, UK, CA, USA, it's everywhere. Does the health insurance cover COVID-19?
Okay, so basic rule is in every medical and travel insurance that it covers only what you get ill after arrival. So for example, if student is ill with coronavirus already and they go abroad, then it will not cover them. If they get ill when they are abroad, then the insurance covers it because coronavirus is considered as a normal illness, as a standard insurance illness. So let's say in America, they will have the same coverage, in Canada, the same coverage, in Australia, the same coverage. The only key thing is here, obviously, it cannot be pre-existing condition. So if the insurance finds out that the student was ill when they traveled, then they wouldn't be covering this, if it makes sense.
I see. Okay.
Otherwise, I've actually checked with every single destination. They all cover. Whatever is in the standard policy, it covers you for corona as well. So the hospital care, the usual stuff is there. There's even extras like for testing for coronavirus and stuff. Just obviously student has to be healthy when they travel as well. In the UK, medical insurance is not obligatory, right? So they don't have to book the medical insurance with us, like to study, generally speaking. In Ireland, it's obligatory. In Canada, US, Australia, it's obligatory as well. So they have to buy it. So for UK, they have an option to buy with Kaplan or with a Turkish provider. And I think most of the families, that's what they do. So they go to like a, travel agency or whichever provider, and they buy from a provider like that. So that's the options as well that they have. Maybe they will get a better coverage with a local Turkish provider as well, with higher insurance, let's say, for transportation back to Turkey and stuff like this.
Yeah, maybe they can get that. Yeah.
For UK, definitely that's an option. For you know, for us, they have to buy. They can buy with us, with Kaplan, or with the alternative providers. We work with Bupa in Australia, with Gardmi in Canada, and I think Avi we have. So these are the standard providers anyway, which you always normally use as well. So there is no change. Just don't go ill. That's the message. Don't travel if you're ill. Stay here, please.
Okay.
That's actually what should happen, but you know, you never know. You never know. This is the problem with coronavirus, right? Because you can be ill, you can travel, and no one will realize until you get there. So, yes, that's the way as well.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Nothing else, really? Tell me, guys, then your feedback. How is it going? Like, what is your, are more students calling? Are more students interested? What they are worried about? What they are asking?
Okay, I can start.
I think Aslı will say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. In June, I think the more students reach us about language schools, but they worried about the second wave. I heard something about that. But the consulates will open England and Ireland,
Yes.
which is good, I think, for us.
So they are slowly starting to ask, but they are still concerned, right?
Yeah.
About the safety. And what are the main destinations? I get a lot of Australia questions. No?
I think mine is Canada, I think.
Canada, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But
I thought
Australia
Canada,
is getting popular, actually.
I thought Australia quite a lot. I get a lot of phone calls about Australia.
I hear.
Yeah, but the borders.
The borders are closed, and
Yeah,
some people are saying until January the borders will be closed. This is the challenge with Australia. So, but I thought Australia, Canada, and Ireland, are they not starting to ask about Ireland again?
Yeah.
Because of the work, I was thinking about the work permit, that they may start to ask about Ireland as well. That's what I felt as well. I feel UK is the one that is popular. That's how I feel. Even US getting more inquiries and bookings than the UK.
Yeah.
As well.
I don't know why.
I think because of the news as well, because always UK comes up like with the highest number of cases and things like that. So I think maybe this is the perception as well about the UK, unfortunately. And think about Australia and Canada have done really, actually Australia, Canada and Ireland have done really, really well fighting coronavirus. So there is almost no cases in Australia anymore. Canada is doing amazing as well. So these are the kind of the safest destinations. So,
but students still asking about US. I don't know why people want to go United States anyway.
I think because it's US, everybody, you know, if you want to go to the US, you want to go to the US. That's
Yeah.
Dream country.
if you are a US student, you will always want to go to US. So let's not change their perspective. If they let them dream it and book it. You know what I mean? That's always my perspective. I don't know.
Usha, what about Ireland?
Ireland,
You were saying something about Ireland?
Ireland has done very well in terms of coronavirus. Actually, their cases are very low, but the government doesn't allow to open the schools until like beginning of September.
Okay.
So
The government doesn't.
You know, they said like don't open the schools until September. So we were like, okay, we're not going to take the risk. Let's just open on the 1st of September.
Well, it's still okay because most of the Turkish students also, they can register now and they also prefer to go after September.
Yeah.
They don't know what's gonna happen, like, you know, second wave, and they don't know.
It's very, very difficult to think about a second wave. Maybe we are actually already in a second wave here in Turkey. I don't know, because if you notice the amount of cases we had this week, it's like we are going back, right? So maybe we are already having the second wave. It's really, really hard to predict. I think a lot of governments have learned how to deal with it now. So this is the only encouragement if any, I would say to the students, okay, second wave may happen, but governments know what to do with it. The hospitals are ready, schools are ready, our online systems are prepared like that immediately. So at least in a way, we are prepared for it. Last time we were completely surprised. The whole world didn't know what to do. Now there is a bit more control. We also know that, you know, for example, normally older people are more affected, right?
Yeah.
We know how to protect ourselves. I think realistically, students and all of us, until there is a vaccine, this is how we live. And if someone wants to go abroad, it's the same. You can stay in Turkey and study, or you can go abroad and study, right? You can get infected anywhere, to be honest.
And also governments paid.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, that's
Governments paid the students in Ireland and
Yeah.
Canada.
Exactly.
Which is good for the students.
I'm just curious about like the host family stuff. They are gonna accept students as usual?
Yes. So basically, what happened when the coronavirus started, we actually had conversations with all of our host families. We spoke to all of our host families and we asked them, will you continue hosting or not, for example? Are you concerned? So we have the kind of permission from hosts, an agreement to host the students. Actually, some of the hosts, you would be very surprised, they actually agreed to even keep ill students. So we had a couple of host families who said, even if the student is ill, we will take the student, look after them. So, you know, like there will be host families.
Risky but nice.
Risky, but you know, otherwise, you know, it's difficult. Some students are young, right? They don't want to go to residence. They don't want to be by themselves. They are scared to be by themselves. So quite a lot of our students stayed with the host families during that time. So we really actually have contacted everyone. We know who will accept students. We explained them, you know, how to protect the students and themselves as well. So I know I've heard that wasn't with Kaplan, that was with another school. And I've heard about that story that the student had a really difficult situation. I think the host didn't want to accept them or something like that. That's not going to be the case because we know the host that already said they will take the students as well. And think about the other aspect as well. You know, obviously the crisis, economic crisis is hitting everywhere, right? Yeah. I think quite a lot of people need money and they will probably want to continue hosting as well. So they want to earn a bit money, but they are just also prepared to basically have students. And they know as well, they know that Turkey has done really well with coronavirus, better than even their own country, UK, right? So I think it's just like, it's a big worry, but I think we are prepared for it as well from our side. And they can go to host or they can go to residence. It's completely up to them. We'll give them both options as always. Sure.
Thank you, Dusha.
But don't worry
another
about
question for me, like for example, when you opened your school like 13th July.
Yes.
Just students who are in the country, they can join, or all around the world students can come and join if they have their visa granted, like if their visa granted.
In Australia, obviously only domestic students because the border is closed. In Canada, I'm not sure, is the border closed in Canada? In Canada, I know.
It actually, and if I remember right,
there is a quarantine as well.
Yeah, there was a rule about that, like if student get his visa before.
Yes,
I don't remember the time.
The student got the visa before they could enter. Well, at the moment, I think it will. At the moment, we also can't get the new visa, right? Because the consulate will open on the 30th of June for Canada.
Yeah.
So if we apply, realistically,
the consulate is gonna open when?
I've heard 30th of June. That's what I've been told. That 30th of June.
And after this month?
Yes. So after this, but how long will it take for the visa? You know, maybe a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah. There is also biometric thing.
Yes.
And we have to wait for visa.
I think students will not travel until middle of August. That's what I think, into Canada as well. And what we are hoping for is that the Canada will change the rules in the meantime, that they will lift the quarantine and then that they will start letting students in. And I think if the consulate is opening, they will also give us that like a timeline, right? They will tell us, you know, okay, you got the visa, you can travel on that date. They wouldn't open the consulate if they wouldn't have a plan for the students to travel, I think, as well. And in the UK, by the way, on the 29th of June, government will make another announcement, and they may also lift the quarantine in the UK. There's a lots of complaints from all the, you know, airlines, from all the travel industry. So we are hoping that the 29th of June, when there is a new government announcement coming out, we are just really, really hoping that they will waive the UK quarantine as well. We have to just wait for the, I really think when Canada Consulate opens, they will give us precise instructions, like they will say visas will be issued, you can travel on that date. So they will basically give announcement. For now, as I understand, we can send students to Ireland in September, UK. That's the only options for now we have, like confirmed, you know, with no difficulties. But it's changing every day, and every day gets better, hopefully, as well.
Do you have any information about like when they travel, they need some extra documents such as like health report or something? I don't know.
No, there was no information like that. I only have something for the Irish students who are returning. So the Irish students who are returning, I have to check, you know, I think they have to have a letter from us with the attendance from the previous course and confirmation. So if someone already studied and went back, when they are going back to Ireland, they have to have a specific, like another booking confirmation that they attended, let's say, this amount of weeks, they had attendance like that and stuff like that. But otherwise, no one has given any extra. No, for now, there was nothing, no extra guidance. We have to wait when the consulates will open. I think then they will, yeah. If there's anything else, they will probably email us and tell us. But I don't think so, that there'll be anything extra as well.
Thank you.
No,
Okay, thank you, Gosha.
Does anyone else have anything? I'm sorry, I don't feel, you know very well that I don't feel confident speaking in Turkish, so I always speak in English, but a lot of you know that I can talk to you in Turkish as well if you want to. So if you want to WhatsApp or ask anything from what we talk about in Turkish, just WhatsApp or call me. I am shy in the public place, but I try my best to speak Turkish privately. It's not the best Turkish, but I'll do my best for you as well.
Gosha, after the meeting, could you please send us the presentation?
Of course. Can I send it to you, Aslı, so you can distribute to everyone?
Yeah, I can share. Thank you so much.
Anything else?
Thank you so much, Gosha.
I'm trying to see if I can see any other faces, but I can't see the faces. There are only icons. But anyway, it was at least good to see you virtually, guys. Good luck with everything. And I don't know, I hope in about a month or 2 months, I can at least travel and see you in different locations. So fingers crossed. And stay positive because things are getting better as well. And as usual,
thank you for presentation, and seeing you also so nice for us too.
No, thank you too. Take care and stay in touch with me.
Take care.
You too.
Take care. Have a nice day.
You too. Take care, guys.
Have a lovely day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.